Alright guys, it's Storage Prospector here. I hope you like, you share, you comment, whatever. But this is eBay, end of December, what I've sold. December was, it was rough. Like I said, I've always, as long as I can make at least two, I'm happy. And it did just over 25 this month. As normal. You got a 5 to 10, 5 to 20, 20 to 100, and 100 and above. I had 52 5 to 20s and 27 20 to 100s, and I had two over 100. I had two returns, which we'll get into that. I think I posted one of them up there. It was real funny. And then the other one, I had a non-payment, which was an over $100 buy, and literally the guy, right after he wanted it at auction, sent me an email and says I didn't have the money to buy it. So what did that happen? That entailed to dragging out that purchase for 7-8 days before I could relist it. So like I said, I pulled some stuff out from different units that you've seen in the past in my stuff, and maybe stuff that you haven't thought about flipping. Sometimes, you know, maybe it's not worth it to you. But it might give you some ideas about things that you can look at and posting up on eBay for sale. Alright, so here we go. Hey, and it looks like I'm going to run out of battery somewhere in here. Alright, so this first item. This is a Longenberger basket, which when I went to the Midwest, these things were everywhere. Here in this area, not so much. This came out of Betty's locker. I actually just put this one up here because it came out of Betty's locker, because the clothes that I did sell out of Betty's locker was under the $20 mark, so, or they were $19.95, so they didn't make it to the list of what could be on video. So that was $28 plus I had $13 shipping and handling. It went into a box, pretty big box, but it was very, very light. So I honestly want to say it was $9 or $10 to ship it. So a couple bucks got made. But I had to split that 28 bucks with Brandon, you know, net profit. Didn't make very much on it. Next one, which you know this from just about everybody. You find a DVD Combo Vcr with the DVD recorder, they always sell real well. This one I got $59.95 for it with $21.70 shipping and handling, and I probably could have got more if I had the remote for it. The comps for this particular one with the remote is doing right around 90 bucks, but I didn't have the remote, and the remote selling for about $21, so I just went ahead and set it this way. I want to say it took about 2 weeks to sell it. I want to say I picked that one up at a yard sale for $5 too. Alright, this came out of the doll unit. December, halfway through December, I put my entire eBay store on 20% off. So I think this one was, you know, like $49, and you know, anything to increase sales in December, because it kind of drops off after, you know, you can't get stuff shipped to you on time. But this came from the doll unit, 33 bucks plus shipping and handling. It was a Playmobil vintage retired set that I don't know, it was probably up there for a couple weeks. This one came from the Bob Ross Artsy Fartsy unit. I put this up there. I mean, I got 50 bucks for it with free shipping. It was very heavy. Had to go in a box. I want to say it cost $12 to $13 to ship this thing, but I put it up there because honestly, prior to me finding this in that storage locker, I didn't know they made power staplers that were this big. I mean, good God, I didn't know they existed. So but if you stumble across one, I mean, that was like 35 bucks. Now, it did come from the Artsy Fartsy one, but I can't see why, if you did find it, you wouldn't be paying more than $5 for it at a yard sale. Alright. This came from the Swords and Pirates chest unit. This was one of the biggest or the nicest things I found in that unit. The last one of these I had, I got a lot more than this for it, but this one wasn't as in good a shape as the last one. Of course, this one was working. But 80 bucks plus shipping and handling on it. One of the bigger items this month. Alright, this one came me buying all that arcade stuff off of Brandon. This was the last one of those boards that I had to the change machines. I think I sold, in the course of me having all the change machines, I think I sold about 9 of these boards. And every one of them went from $85 to $125. So you find a change machine or somebody scrapping one that's got parts in it, it might be worth it. I've got one thing of parts left from this, which is the wiring harness, which should bring $60 or $70 one day. But very profitable if you can get it at a good price. Alright, this come from the doll unit. This was the large pot. I don't want to say this went to Russia, or it went to Russia, or went to Scandinavia, or something like that. But 90 bucks for one picture, and shipping and handling. I sold a bunch of pieces in December from this set, so it was cool. Doll unit is always paying off. Alright, this was a really neat item. Hewlett Packard Palm Top 1 megabyte RAM like planner. The guy who got me into resale is who I bought this from, and I want to say I paid 5 or 10 bucks for it and got 90 bucks for it with free shipping and handling. Everything worked on it. It's just one of these hinges down here in this corner right here was busted. It opened and shut. Everything worked. All the buttons worked. It just, the hinge needed something on it to keep it from sliding off. But cool little piece to think that we wear watches now that have like a terabyte of memory in it, and this little Palm Pilot thing that had 1 meg of RAM in it. I thought it was kind of cool. But it sold. TV parts. Like I said, TV parts sell. You get a working TV, you buy dirt cheap. This one came from a 42-inch Hitachi TV. Okay, so I don't know about your area. My area, you can pick up a 42-inch used TV for about 40 bucks. So if you know there's one working at 40 bucks, you can pick one up, and there'll be a main board in it. There'll be a power supply in it. There might be LED board in it. There might be a couple other boards in it. You've got all the wiring and harnesses. You've got the main power cord. You've got the remote if it comes with it, and you've got the stands. So altogether, if you can find a 42-inch TV, and it's really easy to take them apart, that one board got $40. Plus, I did free shipping on it. I do free shipping on all my parts. But, you know, that one board, there'll be between 2 and 3 boards, possibly 4 boards on a TV, plus the wiring, plus the power cord, because some of the power cords don't just plug into. Alright, so we actually just lost power and everything, but anyways, so the power cord sometimes on these TVs don't go like plug into the back of the TV like an old boombox do. They actually go inside and plug into somewhere on the circuit board, and you can get about 10 bucks for a power cord. The TV, this is a main board, like I got 40 bucks on this one. Some of these boards you can find like a 55-inch TV, and the board's $125, and the TV might be selling used working for, you know, 80 bucks. and you can get, just for the main board out of it, you can get $125. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't take that much to take these apart, and you can sell a lot of the parts out of them. Picked this one up at an estate auction yard sale. They were brand new in the pack, but they were like some kind of like break the nail off of a horse hoof or something like that. I had looked them up. They were selling right around 50 bucks, but since I got 20% off, they sold for 35. Flat rated them, made about $22 on them. This is the big sale of December. I actually bought this to resell it. Bought it on Facebook Marketplace. The top CD player did not work, but the 5 discs down here did work. And put it on auction, and I was the lowest online, and that's where I started. It was $240. And that's what it sold for. I don't know how I got 3 bids and it was all the same price, but still I paid $90 for it on Facebook Marketplace, and a week later sold it for $240 plus $39 shipping and handling. I want to say it cost about $26 to ship it, so made $250, you know, after fees probably $215 or something like that. $215, $220. So more than doubled my money on a flip that did it in a week. Bose is a great brand. You can pick up if you can pick it up fairly cheap, buy it, flip it, sell it. The little black square speakers, you know, the baseline speakers. I know if you can find those on Marketplace, sometimes you can pick those up for $40 or $50 for all 5 speakers set without the subwoofer. You can sell them for about $100, or you can sell them for like $35 as replacement speakers and sell them individually and make a little bit more money than selling them all as one big lot. The TV power supply. This came from the same Hitachi TV, so that's just what I'm saying. This came out of the TV unit, but if I had bought a 42-inch Hitachi TV for 40 bucks, they like around my area, a 42-inch used TV sells for about 40 bucks. So, and sometimes you can pick them up for 25 or 30 because, you know, people just trying to get rid of their smaller TVs. So we did 40 bucks on the main board. We did $32 for the power supply. I still have the small parts for $24, and I still have the power cord for 10 bucks for it. Alright, again, this came from the Bob Ross Artsy Fartsy unit. This was, if you watch the video, this was the item that made me want to buy this unit. Because I seen this, and somebody buying this thing brand new would have cost them about $200, and if they were willing to spend that, it made me think that they would have other Disney stuff in there, and they did. They had a lot. I want to say I sold this for $70, and the person, they wanted me to ship it as soon as possible. They weren't going to get it by Christmas, but it still was a Christmas present. But I sold it, I think, for 70 bucks, and then still got the $18.75 shipping and handling for it. And the plate. The plate comes from the doll unit. That's one plate for $27. I have one left. I've sold 3 of those plates, so $100 for 3 plates. I have one left. I've sold both the pitchers, saucer cups. Today I'm shipping out a dessert bowl that I sold for 80 bucks. Well, just under 80 bucks. But very profitable China set. Okay, I know this is only $23.96 with free shipping, but if you are selling on eBay and you do yard sales, you need to be looking for remotes, because you can usually pick them up for about $1, sometimes 50 cents. I want to say that I got this particular remote while we were on vacation. I had stopped at a flea market. I think I had some videos of the flea market. This guy had a bunch of remotes. I want to say I got 12 remotes from him for $8. Said, you know, if I buy them all, will you give me a little bit better deal? I got 12 remotes. Out of the 12, 2 of them didn't work. So I got about 85 cents into this remote. You download an app on your phone that allows you to check the IRA and allow you to hit all the buttons and make sure that the light up there is shining and all the buttons are working. Don't ship it with the batteries in it because it makes it way more. But I mean, $23, 85 cents into it. That's a heck of a flip, and that's one thing. You get into stereo receivers, Sherwood, Kenwood, Pioneer, they usually sell really quick. Your TV remotes, sometimes they go as low as like $6.95. That's the lowest remote I'll sell. But a lot of times you're just gambling that you've got an amp or a remote that's really good. You get a Bose remote and get like $50 for them. I had a Rockarola jukebox remote. I got like $70 for that remote. So remotes, just keep an eye out for them. All right. Okay, so if you just watched the most I ever spent on a unit, there are the shoes that I have like 700 of. This one right here I'm doing as a lot. They're available in 4 different sizes, and you get all 3 colors in your size. So I had them for $59.95 with free shipping. With the 20% off, they're $47.96. Well, when it's all said and done, I'm making about $10.65 a pair after shipping. But one thing I did put up on this one, since I'm selling 3 pairs of shoes in one, that I'm shipping them without the box, even though they are new in the box. So it was yeah, I think I put them in a priority mail shoebox, and it was rough getting all 3 of them to fit in there, but got them to fit in there. And but I've only sold 1 out of the 12 that are available, and then I sold 2 individual pairs last month also. But just had to put that in there. That was one thing. Alright, so these are Waterways Maui Gem sunglasses. I bought these off of another venue of selling. I don't care. It was on Mercari. I bought them off of Mercari. And they were in perfect shape. Pictures don't kind of look that way, but there was hardly any scratches on them, and it came with everything. And I want to say that I paid $27 for them on Mercari. And kind of sucks that the 20% off got 26 off of it, but they sold. So, you know, 27 into 107 in less than a month. Plus, since I bought, this was the first pair I bought from Mercari. I have since bought like 5 pairs of Oakleys, 2 other pairs of Maui Gems, bought some Kate Spade sunglasses. I bought some Kate Spade cardigans. I'm selling on Mercari, but I'm doing more buying on Mercari than I'm selling on Mercari. It's a good site if you're looking for something to flip, if you haven't looked at it. But that is it for so this right here, when I said get into the returned items, I had 2 returned. This item here got returned, and then I relisted it and it sold within 2 days again. And then I had another return that I shipped the wrong thing to the lady. Sucks when it happens. She told me that She told me just about every bad thing in the book, saying that, you know, I'm an idiot, I'm this, I'm that, and that obviously she's infallible to making mistakes. So, you know, I want to say I think when I looked it up, it got shipped the 23rd, which was the last day that I was in the office, in my room, shipping out before I left to go to my Christmas with my family. So I don't know. It was a TV part. It was in a box that had 4 other Samsung related TVs in it, and I grabbed the wrong board. I did my normal due diligence to make sure that she wasn't a scam artist. I asked her for pictures. I needed to see the board that she had gotten. She, you know, did everything that I'm supposed to do. Well, I accepted the return because I realized that I did make a mistake and everything else, and I accepted the return. And then a week later, she gets up with me and she says that she can't print a label, that she doesn't have a way to print a label. And again, just completely a nightmare of a person, just talking about how do you do something wrong. Well, it happens. Sometimes it just happens. And then again, she had no way to print it, and that she doesn't have this. And I said, you know, if you don't have a printer, you know somebody that has a printer, or you can go to Staples and you can have them print the label for you, or you can go to Office Depot and you can have them print the label for you, and you stick it on the box and you ship it back, and I'll give you a refund. Well, you made the mistake. Why don't you give me the refund? And then somewhere in the mess, she talked about being a customer service person at AutoZone. And the last email I sent her, I said, okay, now your boss at AutoZone, I knew that you weren't going to refund a customer without the item that they brought back to you to give them a refund. So please think about my business thing. You send the part back. I made a mistake. I understand. I will give you a full refund. And that was the last email that she sent. About 3 days later, I get a message saying she finally shipped the item. So we'll see what kind of nightmare. I've done reported this customer for her emails of just in general. You got to have a certain decorum when you're talking to people on customer service through emails. I don't do anything to try to disrespect anybody. I try not to be. I just try to go through all the processes that needs to be processed when you're selling on eBay. Sometimes people have bad days. Sometimes they don't know how to talk to people through emails. But if any way, shape, or form something goes wrong and you're buying from one of us on eBay and you threaten us in any way, shape, or form, eBay will have our backs. So you gotta word what you gotta word right. But I hope you enjoyed December. December was rough. We did all right for December because I had a couple big purchases. We had a lot of local sales good. eBay did just enough to, you know, make it good. All honesty, that 20% off sale that I've got right now, I don't know if it's everybody on eBay, but the first 9 days, it is January 9 right now, the first 9 days of this month, I'm almost at like 2K right now on eBay. So I don't know if it's the 20% off. I don't know if it's that a lot of people got money for Christmas, but they can keep on spending. That's all I can say. They can just keep on spending. I hope you guys are out doing stuff to look flip. Hopefully something that I showed you up here you hadn't thought of before. And if you have thought about it, hey, I just put it out there. If you need any help or something like that, I can try to help you out as much as I can. You can hit me up on my Storage Prospector Facebook page. You can leave comments down here on any of my videos, and I will try to answer it as best as I can. In worst case scenario, I'll send you to somebody else that might be able to answer it. Alright, I hope you guys have a great day, and always stay out there flipping stuff, looking for stuff to sell if you're a reseller. All right, take it easy.